Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus again. I'd like to share with you a conduct of life that works for an individual, it works for a city, a state, a nation, nations, continents, and the world. It has to do with the way one responds to the situations of life. In an individual situation, usually, if that's all that's involved, the individual, you can usually maintain that in a simple form. But as the scope gets bigger, the approach has to be the same, but it gets a little bit more technical at times. But as it gets bigger and bigger, then the less technical it becomes, and it becomes more as an individual. See, what we have, if you asked everybody in the world individually what they would love to have, they would each say peace. They want peace, they want prosperity, and they want joy in life. Ask any individual anywhere in the world, and this is what they would say. And if you ask them what does that mean, they would say, well, it means that they have food, they have clothing, they have shelter, they can have education to be better at whatever it is they want to do, and they have health care, and the most thing important, they would have a job. Now but they would say a job of choice. They won't just say a job. Every last one of them will say this. So in essence, what you have people who want peace, who want prosperity, who want joy. The problem is this does not exist. And the reason that it does not exist is the basic principles that have been employed in the initiatives these various nations have taken. And the finished product is what we, the people, experience every day in our lives. The question becomes, how do we do it the other way? The other way is as simple as a man and a woman coming together and having a child. The other way that works is as simple as a man and a woman coming together and producing a child. They come together for the same objectives and goals, and they produce it. Now, I don't care how much you put two men together, they will never ever produce a child. So they can't solve that situation. I don't care how many women you put together, they can't produce a child. So they will never ever be able to accomplish what the people want. So if you want a child, you got to put a man and a woman together, a male and a female, and you get a child. So if you want peace, if you want prosperity, if you want joy, you're going to have to treat people like you want to be treated. No other way. You're going to love yourself. You're going to let everybody know how much you love yourself by the way you love them. And that's the way they're going to love you back. And I'm telling you, you can never, ever fake a love like that. This is the way God wants it, ladies and gentlemen. And I say that because you as individuals, you want the peace and prosperity and joy, but you don't want to try this, the way to get it. And you have been denied it because you won't try that way. I'm asking you to listen. This is the way. Do it. Treat others as you want to be treated. Nobody on the face of the earth has any God-given reason to be homeless, to be jobless, to be miserable, to be sick, uneducated, except doing it like two men trying to produce a child or two women trying to produce a child. It just won't work. Black people, white people, men, women, Americans, people of every other nationality, all want the same basic thing. The same God put each of us here and provided that these things can happen. Now, when I'm telling you this, and I know this, and many of you know this as well, why do we follow systems? Why do we give life to systems that deny this? And even when we stand up and people start listening to us, they kill us. So what does that say? To me, it says this is hell. Pure hell. We might not see it as hell because we have been given a limited vision of what things can be like. You take that limit off it, and you will see that this is hell. And if the only way you can get out of this hell is by standing up for what's right, then baby, my joy, that's the only way to go. Or at least it's one way to go. And it's kind of quick too. And in the meantime, you'll have all the peace and all the joy you can ever experience because it's a spiritual thing that only God can give and can't nobody else take it away. I'm going to leave it there before this camera quits. Bye-bye.